Good morning, everyone. We are here today to present our project on enterprise network troubleshooting for the COS TFN 40543. Our project focus on diagnosing and fixing connectivity issues within a complex network. I am Indra Gunasegaran, and with me are my teammates Mayuri Devan and Sushmita Saravanan. Before we begin, we set clear objectives for our project. Our main goals were to identify connectivity problems using various tools, use network documentation as our guide, pinpoint specific misconfigurations, implement effective solutions, and finally verify that our fixes uh, restore full communication across the network. The scenario and the problems. Here was our challenge, that is, a previously functional network had developed communication problems. The second, the symptoms were that some hosts could not ping others and some could not even reach the internet server. Lastly, our mission was clear: uh, find these issues, fix them, and restore full connectivity for all users.
To solve this issue, our team followed a structured step-by-step methodology. First, we assess the connectivity by running ping tests from all the PCs. This helped us map out where the connection failure were happening. Next, we refer to the network documentation to access the routers and switches in the affect areas. Once we were inside the device, we compare the live configuration with the documentation to identify any mismatch. After finding the issues, we carefully correct a misconfiguration to ensure everything was properly set up, and finally we verify our fix by retesting all the network connection. We also documented everything we found and the steps we took to complete the troubleshooting process. Okay, this is where our network documentation become absolutely critical. As you can see, it contains all the correct and intended setting for every device, including IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway. Without this documentation, we will have been guessing, but with it, we had a clear baseline to compare against the actual device configuration. For example, the documentation showed that PC1 should have a gateway of 192.168.1.1. We could then verify that information directly on the actual PC to make sure it was configured correctly. Having this map made troubleshooting much faster and more accurate. Here you can see our network documentation table for the switches. This table lists each device name, its interface, device type, IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway. For example, we can see that switch 1 uses VLAN 1 with the IP address and default gateway. Having this documentation is very important because it gives us a clear reference for how every device in the network should be configured. So when troubleshooting or verifying configuration, we can easily compare the actual setting on the switches to this table to identify any mistake or mismatch. This helps ensure all the switches are correctly configured and correct within their respective VLANs.
Good day, sir. My name is Sushmita and my matric number is F2032. After our investigation, here are the specific issues we discovered and the action we took to resolve them. For PC6, the default gateway was incorrectly set to 192.168.7.19 instead of the correct one, 192.168.6.1. This means the PC didn't know how to send traffic outside its own network. For switch B2, the switch had the wrong subnet mask. It was set to a standard 255.255.255.0 when it should be 255.255.255.224. This will be routing and communication problems for device on that subnet. By correcting these two misconfigurations, we are able to restore full connectivity. So this project taught us several valuable lessons. First, good documentation is not just a paperwork. It's a powerful troubleshooting tool that makes fixing problem much faster and easier. Second, always follow a structured step-by-step method. A random approach wastes time and create new problems. And finally, never overlook the basics. The most common issues are often simple typos or mistakes in IP addresses and gateways. So always double check those first. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you for your time and attention. Now we are ready for any questions you might have. Thank you.